Freshman running back brings a physical nature that they have not had in quite some time. Mariota, great player, surrounded by a bunch of chaos right now. Injuries at wide receiver and on the offensive line. And defensively, Scooby and the gang, they're the Ducks' kryptonite. The Ducks only scoring 20 points per game in their last two against the Wildcats.
On first down, Mariota rolls to his left. Lets it fly, and it's caught. Ahead to the 32-yard line. 14. On first down. Wright is after him. Look to strip the ball, I think, and it remains the setback. That's Marshall. And he fakes it to him, and Mariota ahead to what looks to be close to a... Freeman pops it and gets it beyond the 50 to the 49-yard. On first down, Carrington in motion, and he takes the ball. And gets it to about the... Has played the same position a second time in succession. Patchwork all season. Carrington again. He's got it inside the 25 at the 21-yard line. Carrington has been featured and targeted quite a bit here. As Freeman takes it again, tries to bounce outside the other way and is corralled after a gain of about a yard or two. So many freshmen, and now moves in at setback. Freeman comes in motion the other way. So many weapons. Mariota for Marshall. Oh, he almost gathered that in. Mariota making a change. That's Amani Stevens now that's in for Grasu, the first team all Pac-12 performer that's not available tonight. And it's Freeman who bounces outside to the left. He'll be stopped shy of the first down at the 5th.
Plus territory.
What's that old saying? Don't just give lip service to special teams. Have some of your best players out there. Olamu made the play, and here's Freeman. Popping free with a marker down. He's still on his feet. Touchdown. But we will need to check the flag. It's back at the 36-yard line.
37 yards, but there's a penalty flag.
They're going to get a hold here.
Offense number 54.
Back into the game. He's the setback for Mariota. 1st and 20. Set up for the screen, and it's incomplete. A little high and maybe behind Marshall.
Coordinator. Try to force the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly.
Marshall again. Ippolito had some penetration, but he got to the edge. And will take it all the way to the 41. Stops them here. That would be big after that turnover. 3rd and 14. Mariota running out of time. Here comes the pressure. Pass is caught. It's the first down. Carrington again.
Feel like they've got that all straightened out.
Off the read, they go wide receiver screen to Charles Nelson. Boy, he kept that play alive, didn't he?
Stronger than I think it is.
2nd and 1. The snap is high, but he corrals it. And wisely throws it away, but in the direct down and a yard to go. Carrington down at the bottom of your screen, already targeted 3 times by Mariota. Allen in motion. He gives it to Freeman. Great cutback. First down. And he gets it to the 10. It'll be for like LaShawn McCoy, didn't it? 1st and goal from the 10. Mariota keeps it stopped dead in his tracks by Jared.
Slower than you'd like him to be, but he's always where he needs to be, and he's a sure tackler.
2nd and goal. It's right there, and it's overthrown, intended for Byron Marshall. I think Marcus would love to. It was really in Marshall's grasp. Freeman the lone setback. He'll take it. Burrows down to about the 5-yard. 5 and change remaining in the opening quarter. Play fake, Mariota. This is the X factor for him, the things that he can do from an ad-lib stand. I think anything would keep Scooby out of there. 2nd down at 6. Marshall again forges ahead. Receiver spot. And he didn't embrace it early, but he did late. What a difference he's made. That pass is caught ahead to the 34-yard line by Devin Allen.
Championship. They're already planning for his potential berth in the Olympics in 2016.
Charles Nelson. Charles Nelson. Look out. Tevis finally got in his way. And he was the last 2 of Arizona first down. Mariota's pass overthrown, and yes, he does. 2nd and 10. They come back the other way to Nelson. He stopped this time back at the 31-yard line. Scooby Wright at 7 and 9. Freeman on the stretch play. Excellent defensive work in space, which is always of those tonight from both teams. Marshall in motion at the bottom of your screen. Mariota. So dangerous when he does this. To the end zone. Almost picked off. Carrington, the intended receiver.
And a team in TCU, which they beat.
Freeman headed towards the boundary and stopped at the 45-yard line. But 2nd down and 14. That's Marshall going in motion. And he'll get it. Looking for that screen action, and William Parks was dead in his.
They need to clean up because the rhythm has been completely off now for a big 3rd down.
You studied that all night, I know. Pereira, 3rd and 15, pass incomplete. And only he knows when the coaching decision will be to bring him back. Royce Freeman forges ahead. 2nd effort nets him 9 yards. It'll be
Some today against Oregon.
On 2nd and 1, Freeman again. You're right about his side.
Against Michigan State, asserted himself in the lineup and hasn't looked back since.
Mariota looking for Marshall, and another opportunity to pick. This one for Jarvis McCall.
By Land Clark, the official. That was late on Marcus Mariota.
A little bubble screen to Charles Nelson, who along with Carrington have been the.
He's covered up.
This is an opportunistic Arizona defense, and they've missed 2 chances at picks. Here's Nelson, and you're right. It's an east to west game right now for both teams.
21, Tremaine Bondurant.
A little late, but he does come. That pass is thrown incomplete. Byron Marshall's got it. Given the elements, a touchdown here would make it more difficult than usual for Arizona. Freeman burrows ahead to about the 6-yard line, and again we go back and look at the previous.
Mariota and Byron Marshall.
2nd and goal. Freeman. Very close. One this good. You said that earlier in the week. But this time he stopped short. Jared Tevis. Mariota goes in motion, and they try a little something strange, and guess what? The flag comes down. Got a little Ducks here in the opening half. Byron Marshall is in motion. Freeman will take the handoff right up the gap. And he gets 9.
That's
2nd and a yard to go. Play fake. Mariota's pass is low, but taken in by Carrington. His 4th catch of the night. Freeman remains in the backfield. Marshall coming out of the slot in motion. Mariota again for Marshall. Covered well by William Parks.
to not stop the play and review that ball on a 1st down.
2nd and 10. Mariota with his legs. Well, this is a play we've seen before. Marshall bobbled it a little bit, and they're going to rule it incomplete.
Yeah, he never had.
3rd down and 10. 4 for 10 on those conversion opportunities. They were just about 30% in that first meeting up in Eugene. Mariota incomplete. Marker down. Parks is going to be guilty against Charles Nelson. 1st and goal. Nelson. The play fake. Mariota. The touchdown.
Touchdown Ducks.
Completely out of whack right now for Oregon.
1st and 15. All that being said, the Ducks do lead by 13. Freeman, who's been impressive running between the tackles tonight. 15 carries for 55 yards for Freeman. Oh, he deked him. Mariota looking long, but overthrows Devin Allen, who had a couple of steps long for Marcus Mariota to deal with. Empty backfield. Stepping up, that pass is caught. It's Carrington again. Markers down in the backfield, right where Mariota threw it.
They're going
for those 8 penalties that have gone on extra points or field goal situations. Mariota with plenty of time. Now it's breaking down. Here he is when he's at his best. Freelancing. Carrington way downfield.
That's number 7, Keenan Lowe.
Keenan Lowe tonight. Their defense may need to make a big play. There was another opportunity. Nelson in motion. He'll come back the other way and take it. And slips. That's the area of the field between the hashes where they've had the issues with the sod.
They've got to lock something down up front.
2nd and 20. Go with the screen, little bubble screen to Devin Allen. Not much.
Yeah, it's too tough.
Jeff Castile's 3-3-5 stack with a little bit of movement here. On 3rd down, Mariota wide open. Charles Nelson. And in the open field, it's all about speed. And he's got plenty of it. Out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Jarvis McCall takes him out. 73 yards.
And the best ball Mariota has thrown all day long. Right on the money. Right on the face mask of Nelson. That creates yards after the catch. And he takes it all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a pass.
Moving quickly at the line of scrimmage. And we've got a flag down. We're about to go sweep with this time. He's moved from tackle to guard for this game. Marshall, he's not down yet. The knees or the elbows had not touched, and he kept the motor going. Maybe he got that as a blowout, isn't it, in terms of yardage? 303 to 29. Underneath, Lowe. Keenan Lowe. Dragged down by Tevis, 38. Play fake again. Mariota again. All the way to the pylon. Touchdown. Play for and win the national title. Freeman in the backfield on 1st down. Mariota for Nelson. Well defended that time.
On that defensive front.
Popped it. Right on cue, partner. Beyond the 40. All the way up to the 47. Can you see the fatigue?
It's an oxy.
Which only makes this deficit more difficult for Arizona to climb in the 2nd half. As does this run yet again. Freeman. Jared. Clock is ticking. Mariota's pass is caught by Carrington. His 5th of the 1st half.
Yeah, now it's time.
Also, on offensively, Anu Solomon, we know he's struggled with those ankle injuries. He's re-taped his right ankle twice now.
And someone can pop open.
2nd and 10. Bassett. Young man that fought for a long time to get his opportunity. Look at him go. Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Senior walk-on. Pettinato made the stop. 1-yard line for Oregon.
That was a pretty desperate move on the first series of the 2nd half.
It was. Mariota will slide a couple of yards, maybe 3. Freeman. Malone setback. That pass is caught. It's Devin Allen. Stopped at the 25-yard line on a Hail Mary at the end of the game. But right now, down 23 and their defense tired and having to deal with this. Byron Marshall.
And this looks more like the Oregon offense that we're usually. That committee's going to have a decision to make at number 1.
Yes, they will. Marshall. Ball is on the ground. But it does appear to be recovered by Tyrant. They had 2 interception possibilities missed and a fumble recovery missed there. As Freeman drags. 2nd and goal. Marcus with plenty of time. It's caught. Touchdown. Devin Allen.
You know, the hat is off from the official. He was out of bounds. Mike, he would have to have come right back in to establish himself before touching that ball.
Well, that is correct. He was forced out of bounds, returned inbound, and caught the pass for a touchdown. And And that's the whole issue, was the fact that he was actually blocked out of bounds and then came back in, and that made him eligible. By the way, that action of being forced out of bounds is not reviewable in replay, so this call would stay as a touchdown.
Ended his touchdown streak to his 39th straight game, the number of games he's played at Oregon.
How about that? Here's Freeman ahead to the 34-yard line.
Not much he has left to do at this level, except maybe collect some hardware next week and get into the playoff in a few weeks.
Freeman stays alive and is very close to the first down. May have
Allen, a redshirt freshman. Lots of youth at the skill positions for this Duck squad.
Mariota under pressure. Look at the escapability. How about that? Carrington, he's got it.
My goodness.
How about that?
Darren Carrington to the 11.
Talk about the intangibles. How about this?
That is not right. This is called playing above the X's and O's, because Arizona did everything right. A coach cannot design a defense to do anything better than that. Mariota escapes, gets the ball all the way down the field. That is special.
From the 11. Rolling and throwing. Back of the end zone. Carrington, touchdown.
Number 87, Darren Carrington.
So whatever mojo you thought you were going to muster, Arizona, take that, says the Ducks.
And what great defense that was overcome by Carrington and Mariota. That's what accuracy does from
Likely be targeted. Nelson tries to cut it back up successfully inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
depending on where the rankings fall.
Go with a screen pass. Freeman out of bounds at the 6-yard line. The entire Arizona team. Mariota keeps it, stumbles down at the 5, and we'll go back and show you.
Behind the Oregon player, I think he thought that was an uppercut.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Carrington with a flag down in the end zone. Should be interference. By the way, Carrington
Finishing with a bang here in the Pac-12 championship game.
trips up at the top of your screen. Freeman takes it off tackle. Burrows down to about the 1-yard. They left a lot of points out there in the first half. Touchdown, Mariota. The sleight of hand. And you have to respect number 20. Amazing when you think about how strong the Pac-12 South has been seen through the course of this season, that the North has been dominant. You see Nelson bouncing off tackler after tackler. Finally down at the 36-yard line.
Number 6, Sean.
Great run from
Byron Marshall now the setback. That pass is caught by Nelson, stopped immediately.
years ago. It has evolved, and you got to give Scott Frost a lot of credit for that, the offensive coordinator.
Marshall out to almost midfield. Frost, by the way, was
Byron Marshall.
a really good guy and remarkable career he's had at Oregon State. That pass is caught by Nelson, but I heard Mike.
Defense in the NFL. Then was a defensive coach and coordinator in the college level before getting and hooking on as wide receivers coach under Chip Kelly. You can see right now should look at.
Third down and 9, and that time Marshall just slipped trying to make a
Missed field goal.
Freeman is back in the game. He takes the handoff and on his own gets out for a couple of yards. Jenny Tech.
Marcus, he's not waiting to the NFL to do that. He's doing it now. Our team is following his lead every single day.
Well stated. And you know, Mark Helfrich told us, Joel, when we met in Eugene back on Wednesday, that Freeman really did a nice job, or I should say Marshall did a nice job of embracing the move. And when we talked to Byron, he said
Absolutely going to take place until fall camp when he saw Royce Freeman show up.
flags down as Mariota looks to Marshall.
Yeah, that was an illegal formation there. I don't think they had enough